everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, then thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please give us a thumbs up and a subscribe if you'd like to follow this journey with us. I am currently in my second trimester of my second pregnancy. I already have a 2.5-year-old daughter, and so I thought it might be nice to kind of give a bit of a roundup overall summary of what the first trimester was like and some tips and tricks that might help you to navigate the first trimester a little bit easier. So with my first pregnancy, I found it to be quite easy. I didn't have any morning sickness. I was just really exhausted and emotional in the first trimester. The second time around has been totally different. I've been really nauseous, exhausted, emotional, all those other things, but the nausea was just not what I had been expecting at all. The first trimester is like the most difficult part for me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Let me know down below how you are dealing with the first trimester. But for me, it was really hard. I found myself feeling really unmotivated, struggling to get, simple things done or get editing or filming done or things around the house. I just was really unmotivated. I was exhausted, and running after a toddler, I think the second time round has also made it a little bit more difficult. So here are going to be a few tips and tricks that might help you to navigate the first trimester. The first one is to stay hydrated. It sounds simple, but when you're really, really nauseous and exhausted, you don't necessarily want to just be drinking a lot of water. And so what I found kind of helped me was I moved over to sparkling water, and I found that having it really cold really, really helped. And also getting like flavored sparkling water, the ones with like, I can't remember, I think it's Mount Franklin, the brand. These are the ones I really enjoyed. It just helped me to stay hydrated. It kind of takes away those headaches a little bit more, because if you're really dehydrated and you're already nauseous or you are actually throwing up, you need to put that hydration back into your body. Otherwise you can really feel very, very unwell, and it's not good for you either. Something else that was really helping me was ginger beer. I also sometimes got like Gatorade or Powerade type of drinks if I was really just feeling like I was struggling to drink water and I needed to like kind of get those electrolytes back into my body. The second thing is resting, and I know this is really difficult for a lot of people if you've already got children, but ask family members or friends for help. And I know this is not possible for everyone, but this is something that really, really helps me. My husband would take our daughter out sometimes if I was very, very unwell, and I did have a few weeks, I think mainly week 6 to week 8, where I felt so unwell that bending down was making me was really difficult. So just asking for that help was probably the thing that helped me the most. And my mother also took her out a couple of times just for an hour or so here or there, which made a really, really big difference. You've got to listen to your body, and you are growing a human, and it takes a lot of energy from you. It's difficult, it's exhausting. So trying to listen to your body and sit down or lay down as much as you can. I sometimes, even now, will allow our daughter to maybe watch something on the laptop next to me while I lay down, because it's almost the only chance I get to kind of like rest while she's awake. And sometimes if I'm so exhausted, it's the only thing that like gets me through the afternoon. So I just lay down and we'll watch something together. Our favorite thing at the moment is Bluey to watch. It's really cute. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Yeah, that's about it for rest. The next one is to find a pregnancy app that gives you a lot of information. So these are the different ones that I use. You can find out, the size of the baby, how much it weighs, symptoms that you might be going through. There are also sections where you can kind of like chat to people and ask questions, which I find is a lot more reassuring than just like Googling things, because, Dr. Google is sometimes doing more damage than good. So try and connect with other people and get good information and resources. They also have a lot of great tips and tricks for meals that are easy and simple to make, or things that are going to make your pregnancy a bit easier to deal with. So if you haven't got an app yet, definitely download one. Another one is snacking and having smaller meals but more thoroughly throughout the day. Things that helped me a lot were like dry crackers, having crystallized ginger or like ginger sweets. There are ones that I bought that I think were like ginger and peppermint, which you can kind of like have, you know, every 30 minutes or something if you are feeling really nauseous, which really helped. So having things like crackers or like a little snack plate instead of a massive meal more thoroughly was really helpful for me. Or snack bars, muesli bars, things like that. I ate a lot of shapes because the saltiness I think really helped, and having Vegemite on toast was like one of the things I craved a lot, that kind of like took that nausea away and was easily digestible for me. Like I just found it stayed down a lot better and it didn't make me nauseous. So that might be a good one to consider. The next one is to medicate if you have to. So morning sickness is no joke, and it's not just morning sickness. Like for me, it tended to just last from when I woke up in the morning throughout the day, even in the evenings. So it wasn't just in the mornings. I actually went and got some prescription medicine from the doctor. It is pregnancy safe, and I took that 3 times a day, and it was almost like day and night. With my first pregnancy, I didn't even consider taking medicine because it was the slightest amount of nausea, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. This time, I just felt like I was not dealing well. So I got medicine, and I feel like that's a good option for people. So if you're really struggling, maybe do go and consult your doctor and see if there's something that you can take in the country where you're living that is pregnancy safe that can just take away that nauseous feeling. Another one is just to get outside and get some fresh air. I know when you're not feeling well and you're really exhausted, the last thing you kind of want to do is get up and leave the house and go somewhere. I've often found myself like laying on the couch and I'm like, oh, I do not want to get out of bed. But leaving the house, whether it's sunny or overcast, just to get that fresh air has been so helpful. And once I'm out there, it's almost like my whole mood shifts. I get energy, and I just find it a lot easier to cope with the rest of the day. I'm just editing now, and I forgot to mention that I actually also made a really big effort to exercise during the first trimester, at least 2 to 3 times a week. Of course, always get the go-ahead from your doctor because, you know, every pregnancy is so different. But for me, it was totally fine to exercise. And it just really helped me to lift those serotonin levels and get everything kind of like, you know, my blood flowing. And it did actually help with my energy levels a lot. I've also seen on some other people's videos that they use things like essential oils, like lavender or peppermint to take away headaches, or to just calm the body down a little bit. I haven't tried that yet, but apparently that's one that really works if you want to add that onto your list of things to try. These are the things that have helped me the most during the first trimester. It was a really difficult few weeks for me, where I really struggled and I wasn't expecting it. So I hope that these few tips and tricks that I've listed will help you get through yours. Let me know down below what has helped you. Maybe you've got some great tips and tricks that I haven't thought of that you can just add down below for other people who are watching, that they can also get some more ideas. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. We would love you to join our little family on YouTube, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!